nice to see people. I like to do this part too, so you're not just, looking at the back of my website.
So this is the Google Hangout.
This is a Hangout on Air. It's
Ah.
similar to a Google Hangout, but a Google Hangout isn't broadcasted. It doesn't have that capability.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's basically a Google Hangout, but slightly different programming, and then it can be broadcast if you want.
Huh.
So, all right. So let me show you some other. Going back to. And I'm also interested in finding software, and there is some where you can like see the person and the screen at the same time. I think that might be kind of nice too. So you can kind of see both. All right, so now I want to take you to Aweber. So there's different. I think I mentioned. I know, Lindsay, I mentioned when we were at that last little college thing about the importance of building your email list.
Right.
And you can just do that in your email account, whether you're using Gmail or whatnot. But if you really want to kind of go bigger, you want to have a program. You want to have either Aweber or MailChimp or MadMimi. I know that's one that Anne-Marie Bennett mentioned. Something like that. And they do cost money. It's not a ridiculous amount. I think mine's like $30 or $40 a month. But it really is going to pay off in the long run. And this is the kind of thing, too, where I would see other business people or sort of online entrepreneurs, and they would have like these cool emails that would send out with, that looked really slick with graphics and stuff. And I'd be like, yeah, when I'm big and famous, then I'm going to like pay somebody and I'm going to have a cool email program like that. But the reality is you need to do it before you become big and famous. You want to have that. Yes, exactly. That's how you become big and famous, is you invest in these tools. You invest in them, and then you make it so that you can become big and famous. So this one, and I'm going to show you another one called Lead Pages. And I never would have really caught on to this stuff before until last year. I'll show you. I took an online business class. This guy Ryan Eliason. So there's so many different people now that are doing online marketing classes and stuff, and I mean you can just do this forever. Like I basically, I paid his course. I thought it was great. It was like 7 months, and we met online once a week, and he had all this stuff. And then, like after joining him, like he had all these links to other people who were doing different kinds of marketing. So I started listening to the other people's free broadcasts, but I haven't really like paid for another course because they're really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a lot, on his blog, he has a lot of free stuff. So if you sign up, you don't have to take his class. If you sign up for like an event with him, then you get on the list. You get the option. He doesn't, spam you or anything, but he'll be like, send out an email and he'll say, oh, my friend Joe Schmo is doing a telesummit about joint ventures. And so then if you want to, you can click on that person's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I found his stuff to be helpful.
I haven't heard of him, so that's good to know.
Yeah, and I mean, there's like dozens of people doing slightly different stuff. So I'm not saying he's like the best, but he was really sort of my step into this world.
Well, and similar to you, I've done a lot of the free ones because you can learn a lot.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And then I ended up taking a couple of different series from Mari Smith. I think she goes by Mari last year, and that helped for our Facebook anyway, but this is good to have another name.
Yeah, and I can send you the names of other people too who I've watched all. Jeff Walker is a big one.
Huh?
And I just watched their free stuff, and I don't ever buy it. It's terrible.
No, that's what it's there for. I'm writing them down too. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we have constant contact, and there's more than 5,000 names, so they aren't keen to shift. But I've heard that, I know it doesn't integrate with some of my programs on WordPress. Do you recommend shifting, or have you heard of about Constant Contact?
Yeah, no, I've definitely heard of Constant Contact. I don't know. I mean, that's a tricky one.
AWeber. Yeah. Well,
You
we're
know,
doing fine, but I hear lots of good things about AWeber.
it really depends if you need to do something else. Like if you really need to be able, if there's some functionality that Constant Contact doesn't have. You said it doesn't work with certain things?
Well, our theme for WordPress, it actually is an SEO theme. It's Optimized Press, and they integrate with just about every mail service except Constant Contact, so we can't pull those names into benefit. But it's a minor aside. I just was asking because it sounds like you use AWeber also.
Yeah.
And then isn't there, oh shoot, what's the one with the monkey? MailChimp?
MailChimp. Yeah.
Is that one still free, like up to so many subscribers?
Yeah. I mean, I think most of them are either, it's like a 30-day trial or...
okay.
Or, yeah, but I mean, the whole point is you do want to get to a certain level of, 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever, or so.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get you off
done.
track. We're doing okay.
No, actually, this is good. I mean, this is what I want. I want to hear like exactly what people want to know about, because then I can go and find out, or look it up, or do it in the next webinar or email or whatever. So no, this is good.
You sound very knowledgeable.
Oh, thank you. I just like to learn about this stuff.
Why would you want 5,000?
What's that?
Why would you want 5,000 emails?
Excellent question. So you want, well, some people don't. I mean, that's an important thing. Like, if you really don't want to, I mean, personally, I like to have a lot of online stuff. So my goal is to do, small coaching like this and videos and things like that, and then eventually have larger webinars where there would be, like 100 people at a time or whatever. Also, I might want to have, what's that?
So then you want to be attracting lots of people when you're talking about that kind of.
Yeah, so one thing I want to do is I want to have a large, not so much an audience, but kind of like a tribe. Like people who are following me, but I'm also interacting with, who are kind of interested in the same kinds of things that I am, so that I'm communicating with them now and then, like I am with you guys, with my AWeber list, like saying, hey guys, I'm doing this webinar, does anybody want to join me? Or, I'm doing this continuing education credit, or we're going to do this for Trolley, who wants to come? So it's communicating with my audience, and the more people that I have who are interested, and that's the thing is so there's a difference between having a big huge list, and there's a difference between having sort of a quality list. And most times when you have, especially with AWeber and most other programs, you have to have an opt-in. You have to have sort of a double opt-in. So you guys, when you join me, I sent out an email and said, thanks for whatever, checking out. But then you have to click, usually, to opt in. You may not have had to if I emailed you directly, but usually you do. And that means that the people on your list are genuinely interested. This is not just some list that you bought from somebody, or you're not adding people willy-nilly. Like, these are people who are genuinely interested in what you have to say and feel like they have a connection with you. So when you have a list of people who are genuinely interested, they, who are responsive to you, you can not only engage with them, but I had mentioned, Lindsay, when we were at the last conference about joint ventures. So that's something that comes up a lot in online marketing. And so, for example, say I had a new product. Maybe I had like a 6-week course on technology for soul collage, or some kind of product, or an ebook or whatever. And I was going to sell it for a certain amount. I would do well to find other people that were doing something similar to me, but not quite the same thing, and connect with them. Build a real relationship, not just be like, hey, can I spam your email list? Just be like, look, I see that you are a soul collage facilitator, and you do a lot of, different kinds of things. I have this product that is, this is what it is, and this is how it might help people. if you think that you or the people on your list, like your tribe, your community, if you think it would be helpful to them, then I will write up sort of a blurb, and you can send it out to your tribe. So that is a really good way, and if you only have 5 people on your list, it's going to be hard to convince somebody that you're worthwhile, to send it out to their list. I mean, they will do it. Like I have a pretty small list right now, but it's very, very targeted and very, powerful. So if I, build a relationship with somebody, they will often, promote my list but they have to know me. They have to know, like, okay, Katie knows what she's talking about. She's not gonna just, send out a bunch of crap and, spam my list, or, they have to know and trust that, like, this person is going to be a good resource. They're going to be supportive, and they're going to be embarrassed that, I promoted this person to my email list. So that's another reason to have a big list is you might want to collaborate with other people.
Mm-hmm.